The views and opinions expressed by Community Spotlight, host, or guest do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of the host, this TV station, production company, or its affiliation.
From behind the camera, Community Network Production puts the spotlight on issues, stories, and questions. We go after the answers you deserve. You've got questions, we'll find answers. With your host, Jonathan Womack, and field investigator Kenneth King. Stay tuned as Community Spotlight puts the camera on another exciting story.
Hello, and welcome to Community Spotlight. I'm your host, Raymond Adcock, and today I'm going to be talking with Kevin Deason. Kevin is the minister at Viola Church of Christ, and he's got an upcoming mission trip going on to Guyana, and we're going to be talking about that with Kevin today. Kevin, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you. Appreciate you having us.
Now, before we get into the talking about the mission trip, tell us a little bit about yourself, Kevin.
Well, I'm the minister, as you said, of the Church of Christ in Viola. I've been there 11 years this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Got 4 children. Of course, my wife Angela, and my wife has the restaurant out in Viola as well. And so when we're not working with the church, I'm out there a lot of times helping her and assisting with the everyday operations that go on with the restaurant business.
So 4 kids, minister at the church and restaurant. You guys stay quite busy, I can tell. Now, we mentioned you've got a mission trip coming up to Guyana. Before we get into that, tell us, where is Guyana?
Guyana is in the northeastern portion of South America. It details it pretty much in the Caribbean. It's in between Venezuela and Suriname.
Okay. So now, how long have you been going down there on these mission trips?
I've myself been going down for about 5 years, this being our 6th year. I've not been able to make a trip this year, but hopefully we'll be making one of July of this year.
Now, I'm sure that probably you're spending a lot of your own money to go down there on these mission trips, right?
Many times we do. Several missionaries that go on mission trips have a lot of support. Some of them are fully supported. With this area of mission that we're doing, a lot of it takes our own money that we utilize. We have several congregations and people that try to help, but it just never really meets the goals that we set for ourselves each and every year. So many times it does take our own money to be able to support ourselves on these mission trips.
Now, what makes you leave the comfort of your own home, the air conditioner, the TV, and just take off to somewhere like Guyana, spending a few thousand of your own dollars and go to the jungles?
Well, really it started probably 6 or 7 years ago. I met a gentleman named Harold Cook. Harold was living down in Tampa, Florida, working with the Bell Shoals Church of Christ as an elder there, and also he was the director of their missions program. And he got me to watch some of the videos that he has taken going down there. And through seeing those videos, I decided, in his coaxing, that I would make a trip with him one time. And after my first trip, I was hooked for life.
Now, Kevin brought some videos, and we're going to be kind of showing the videos throughout the program and kind of talking. Now, the folks down there, are they friendly people, Kevin?
They're extremely friendly, extremely receptive. The nation is made up basically of 33% Christian, 33% Islam, and 33% really no religion at all. And so the Christian aspect of it, they're extremely open. They're extremely happy to be able to see us come in and work with the people of that country.
Now, you mentioned Islam, and you'll have to forgive me on this. I'm just want to ask you this: do you run into any hostilities down there, being a Christian, and then you've got Islamic people of that faith down there?
No, you see a lot of times, and I think the Nation of Islam gets a lot of bad press a lot of times. Not that we don't believe what they teach, and we definitely teach against that. But you have the radicals, and you're always aware of who you're with and where you're at to make sure you don't get into situations or groups of protesting, things like that, naturally. With the Christian faith as well, you have the radicals that you've got to watch and be careful of as well. So we try to make sure that our surroundings are safe, and the people that travel with us, we try to keep as safe as possible when we're there.
How long does it take you guys once you leave McMinnville and fly out of Nashville? I know you're not getting there in a couple hours. How long does it take to get to Guyana?
Well, we leave Nashville, we fly down to Miami,
okay,
and then our flight from Miami takes us to Barbados, which is a small Caribbean island. From Barbados, we fly over to Trinidad, Tobago, and then however long it takes us to be able to get away from there, we fly into the country of Guyana, landing in the city of Georgetown, which is the major hub of Guyana. Probably 75% of all people live in and around Georgetown. It's the only really metropolis that they have. And from there, the next day or the following day, it takes us about 8 hours just to get to the edge where the road actually ends and the jungle begins.
Wow.
From where we leave that point, we have some boats that come and receive us there, and then from there we go into the jungle to different villages. We have gone as far as 8 hours by motorboat into some of the furthest part of the jungles that you could find.
Mm-hmm. Now, let me ask you this. I've just found out that you've got a background, a military background, also some medical background. You guys do more than just go down there and minister to these folks. You also do some healthcare programs while you're down there, too. Tell us about that.
We do. One of the things that we try to do, naturally, we go down on a mission group to try to be able to minister those. We look at Matthew chapter 28 or Mark chapter 16, verse 15, where we're instructed to be able to go. But while we're there, this is a third world country, and part of being in a third world country is they do not have the amenities that we have. It's not that they're blessed. Raymond, I've met some people that don't have food on the table or a bed to sleep in, living in a dirt hut, that are probably blessed greater than some of us. So amenities don't necessarily mean that we're blessed. We take small groups in only because some of the villages that we go to are extremely small, and it puts an extreme amount of strain on being in there with them at any given time. So we can't take large groups in. The people that we do take in, we try to incorporate their profession of what they do, and we take many members of the church into Guyana and utilize whatever profession they have, whether it be agriculture or healthcare. We love to take people of healthcare in there. They don't have the ability of being able to get out much to hospitals and what have you. So we utilize a lot of the healthcare aspects of it, of doing well baby checks, glucose screening, some eye screening. We help those that have been diagnosed with malaria and things like that.
Okay. And we're going to put a number up on the screen, folks, so you can see that. And Kevin, if some of the viewers out there would like to help out, I'm sure you guys could use the help for this mission trip, right?
We can. And, you know, it's this avenue that you've given us, not only does it give the public the opportunity of being able to know and to see some of the work that we do, but also it takes a lot. And any time that you're working with another country and trying to help them, it's not that you're trying to change their way, or it's not that you're trying to change their style. What you're trying to do is truly help and assist. And finances sometimes give you the ability of being able to do that. There's a lot of people that love to go on mission work. There's a lot of people that may, through having a family or a profession, don't have the ability of being able to do that. But they can be part of mission work by helping in the financial aspect of it.
So if they call the number on the screen, you'll take it from there and make sure things get taken care of correctly.
We'll be happy to come and talk to them, to meet with them, to sit down with them, to show them all our financials. Just let them know exactly how they can help.
And I'm sure there's no doubt in my mind, I've known some folks from the church that have gone down there, and it's an A1 organization. I mean, these folks right here, I guarantee that money is going where Kevin and the folks say it's going.
That's true.
Kevin, we talked a little bit last night whenever I called you. We were talking about coming on the show, and you were telling me about the boat ministry. Share that story with our viewers.
The boat ministry is something that's a little unique. It's something that a lot of times we don't really understand, but it's basically a busing ministry where we go into Region 1 of Guyana, South America. They live so far back in the Amazon that everything is just waterway. They have dugout canoes that they utilize to be able to get up and down the rivers. They can't go long distances naturally. It would take days to be able to do that. One of the villages that we go to is called Waikinipa, and in Waikinipa, it takes us basically 2 hours to be able to get to it by boat. It would take them 2 days by dugout canoe.
Wow.
One of the things that was really beneficial was being able to supply them not only with a boat that was made in Guyana, but also put an outboard motor on it. It's utilized by us as basically like a bus ministry, where they can go up and down the river many different times, of being able to help and pick up those to bring them in for worship service or for whatever's going on in the village at that time. When it's not utilized for that and funds are available, that boat is used for medical evacuations. It's used for being able to help get people into certain positions, whether if there's physicians that come in or what have you. So it's vital. It's extremely vital to help out the communities that are there.
And you'd made a good point last night that when the funds are low, these boats are not running, and so the folks, they're not getting to come in to hear the worship services.
That's right.
They're also not getting to come in to see the physician. So there again, would like to invite the folks on the watching us on TV to call the number on your screen. Talk to Kevin, because Kevin, I can tell you right now, he's going to take care of the people down there, and it also will make you feel better to help out the ministry and also the mission work that they're doing down in Guyana. We'll be back with more with Kevin Deason, minister at Viola Church of Christ, when we come right back on Community Spotlight.